EV drivers like myself who don't have access to off-street parking, charging at times can be a little bit of a faff. And so we need solutions that work in dense urban environments that aren't just good, but actually better than the petrol or gas stations that preceded them. Well, we think we might have found one, and we've come to downtown San Francisco, to 928 Harrison Street, Electrify America's flagship indoor charging station. And we're going to take a little look around.
Electrify America is committed to building locations and charging infrastructure that is accessible to all. When we come to urban areas, space is really constrained, and especially where there are communities that live in multi-unit dwellings and apartments where they don't necessarily have access to off-street parking or to charging at home or at work. And so we really see these larger locations in urban dense areas as the future for access to public infrastructure.
We've stepped into one of the customer lounges, and there's actually two of them. There's one here and there's another one over there, and there is a bookable meeting space as well. Both of them are air conditioned, which is wonderful given how warm it is today here in San Francisco. Now, the interesting thing is that charging means that you do have a longer dwell time at any sort of charging station compared to a petrol or gas station. And so it's really important that you have something to do with that time. And here there are loads of tables, there are refreshments, there's free Wi-Fi, so you could really incorporate charging into your day, perhaps do a meeting here or have some lunch or catch up with a friend. But the other thing is that it is so well lit and it feels really safe, really comfortable. And that is absolutely critical. We know that historically that hasn't always been the case with charging stations, but here you're indoors, there's 24/7 security, the garage door can come down between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. That has the effect of making sure this feels super safe and actually very luxurious. I'd say that this is the sort of concierge charging service.
We have changing stations available in our restrooms, and I think with the inclusion of our beverages and food options in the vending machines, it's somewhere that people actually want to be. So we've seen a lot of families. We've also seen a lot of people with pets. We actually rolled out a promotion where we offered pet food for a short period of time because there's so many people that were taking their animals for a walk whilst charging. So those are probably the two of the most surprising, but it's still early days. We're really happy with the utilization. We see it continuing to grow, and we want to make sure that folks are able to come in and out as quickly as possible, no matter what their driving behavior is.
So Electrify America have loads of different partnerships with a whole host of different OEMs, including BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, VW, Vinfast, Lucid, Hyundai and Kia, which is why we are here in the Kia EV9, which thanks to its 800-volt architecture can go from 10 to 80% charge in just 25 minutes. And their partnership with Electrify America means that you get 1,000 kilowatt hours of free charging. So that 25 minutes, that is the perfect amount of time to really exploit all that's going on here in this Electrify America station.
Strong collaboration and partnership with the automotive manufacturers is essential for the experience of our customers. We want to make sure that we have not only offered access to the network with them, but really tested in our Center of Excellence all of the communication standards that exist between the vehicle and the charger. The closer we are to the automotive manufacturers, the better that seamless experience is.
So there are 20 350 kilowatt chargers here, and there is a 50 kilowatt CHAdeMO charger as well. And that's so important because there's nothing more annoying than turning up to a charging station and not finding any available bays. And obviously the more bays that you have, the statistical likelihood of that happening are slightly reduced. And additionally, there are sometimes instances where chargers aren't available or they are offline. And again, having more and more stalls online ensures that redundancy so that you have that better charging experience.
To bring a charging station with 20 hyper-fast dispensers online requires a significant amount of collaboration and coordination with stakeholders. That might include local permitting authorities, being engaged with them to streamline review processes, engaging with utility to make sure they can plan from a grid capacity perspective, and then also organising amongst industry groups to continue the ongoing interoperability testing and insurance of compatibility between vehicle-side software and charger-side software. So we are engaged with a handful of different industry groups such as ChargeX, SAE, and we make sure that on an ongoing basis we are keeping an open dialogue and open engagement with those stakeholders. It's really important for us to be able to meet the consumer demand and also to continue to improve the experience for customers today. Not all of our larger format locations will look like this one. It is unique. We are in downtown San Francisco, but we certainly will have more larger sites coming online. The reception has been fantastic. Candidly, it's been overwhelming. In the first 30 days, we saw over 8,000 sessions, which has enabled over 1 million electric miles. And we've seen a really interesting mix of customers. We've seen rideshare drivers, we've seen those that are living in multi-unit dwellings, and then because of this location so close to the freeway, we also see folks that are completing longer trips and are able to take advantage of this site. We work really closely with the stakeholders at the utilities, in this case, PG&E, and also the local permitting authorities. We start the process early, and we've seen with utilities, if they have folks that are dedicated to EV charging, it makes a huge difference in enabling their participation early in the process, making sure that there is enough grid capacity, and then working through our experience with utilities to be able to come to a solution from a design perspective. We are uniquely positioned. We have installed over 950 stations across North America, and that comes with relationships with over 200 utilities. So our ability to work with the utilities early and often is really what brings this type of site online.
By the end of 2024, Electrify America will have 5,000 chargers operating in 47 states and 6 provinces. And what we've seen here today is charging that is safe, that's comfortable, and I hope sets a new benchmark for how charging should be. And I hope to see many more of these across the country in the near future. Let us know what you think in the comments. Please do like and subscribe. And if you have been, thank you for watching.